First game back over the break. Talk about the preparations that goes into preparing for your first game after an extended break like that.
And we've had since we played, we've had about a month off. Mm-hmm. We've had about 17 to 20 days off from actually practicing. So the guys come back, out of shape. And no matter what you can do, they're not going to be in game shape. First order business to get them back in shape and get the soreness process out. We ended the semester, I felt, on a good note as far as how we were playing. We didn't win our last game, but I felt like we were playing a little bit better. But we came back with, I'm hoping, a little bit new, somewhat of a new attitude and expectations to be better than we were first semester. With such an inexperienced team, one of the tough things was that we didn't come out of the year and really anticipate playing tough against people that we play every year. So coming back from break, we started the year in January with about 10 practices, and we're sitting here today getting ready to play Carl Albert, and they've already played 3 games. So tonight's game, being at home is a positive, but they're going to have somewhat of an advantage over us in the fact they played.
How would you assess the Carl Albert team?
They're not very good, or they're not playing very well right now. Let me rephrase that. They're not playing very well right now. They've won 1 game on the year. They played some people tough. They beat some people. Their only 1 win is against somebody that beat us. I think you got to look at it as a college basketball team, and any college basketball team can beat anybody else on any given night. I like the fact that we are playing at home, and our guys kind of have a fresh attitude and kind of an outlook that, hey, we can go beat anybody at this time. We're not. I felt like at the end of the first semester we were to a certain extent beaten down, and the last game of the semester we tried to lift ourselves out of that. Hopefully that carries over to now.
Offensively, how do you prepare or attack a team like Carl Albert?
The biggest thing you got to do is not turn the ball over. That's against anybody. Carl Albert, I think that size-wise they're not going to be quite as big as we are, and we need to get the ball close to the basket with a good opportunity to score. And you're not going to be able to do that unless you keep possession of the ball. So make sure you don't turn it over.
We should look for a strong inside game tonight then?
I hope so. Hopefully we can. When we've worked on that. We've worked on getting the ball closer to the basket and giving ourselves a better opportunity to score. After reviewing film, felt like we were taking way too many off-balance shots, and we've improved on that. So we'll look tonight and see how much we've improved.
Defensively, on the other side of the ball, anything you have to be concerned about with Carl Albert?
They've got a couple guys that can score. They mainly score around the basket. Even though they're not a big team, they tend to penetrate and try to get the ball within 10 feet. We're going to play hopefully 40 minutes of zone as we've been doing, and I think we made improvements in the zone. We've worked on getting hands up and contesting passes and shots. We've also just improved our positioning in the zone, which I felt had kind of gotten a little loose towards the end of the first semester.
Yeah. You've had an extended break. Has that helped you out on the injury front?
It looks like we're fully healthy coming back, and we had a couple of guys that had some nagging injuries. None of that goes away completely even with a month off, but I feel like they got a little fresher legs. And so I think that is definitely positive. We've got everyone back. All 12 guys were with us in December or back in January. So that's good.
Okay. Look ahead a little bit. You got Murray coming up.
Play Murray on the road. Tishomingo's about a almost 4-hour trip. So maybe a little more than 4 hours. So it's a challenge when you go that far away. And the first road trip after break. The great thing I think is right now we're excited about being a college basketball team. Excited about getting on the road. Excited about playing tonight. We hope that carries into a good performance.
Yeah. Murray, how would you assess them?
Don't know a whole lot about them yet.
So you haven't had a chance to scout them yet?
Now I'm concentrating on Carl Albert and practicing in general. I know that they are very young. They have a new team from last year. They beat us in the region tournament last year with an experienced team, with a sophomore team. So I know they only returned about 2 guys from that squad. So they're a lot like we are, a young team that up till now hasn't played probably the way they would want to play. It'd be interesting on Thursday at their place to see how we respond.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight and Thursday.
Thanks, Brad.